Imagine a world where your body and mind are constantly chatting, sometimes in harmony, other times in a bit of a tiff. That's where interoception comes into play, a fascinating sense that keeps our tabs on how your insides are feeling. Whether it's a pounding heart during a scary movie or the fluttering sensation of breathlessness, interoception helps you understand your internal state. Now, when this internal communication gets disrupted, maybe you're experiencing interoceptive disorders. It can lead to a host of mental health conditions like anxiety, depression, or somniform disorders. Think of it as your internal GPS going haywire, making it tricky to interpret what your body signals really mean. This misinterpretation can fuel feelings of dread, fatigue, or even pain, creating a feedback loop that's tough to break. But how does your body send these signals? Well, imagine your body as a city with tons of sensors, baroreceptors in your arteries, senses blood pressure changes, while mechanoreceptors in your muscles and organs detect stroke and pressure. These signals travel via unmyelinated and myelinated afferents through pathways like the spinal one, spinal thalamic tract, eventually reaching your brain's insular cortex and anterior cingulate cortex, hubs for processing how you feel. And speaking of feelings, have you ever noticed how your heart beating faster during stress or excitement feels different depending on your awareness? That's interoceptive accuracy, your skill at correctly interpreting internal signals. Some folks have high interoceptive insights, meaning they recognize and understand their internal cues well, which can boost emotional awareness. Others might experience alexithymia, struggling to identify or describe their feelings, often linked to impaired interoceptive processing. This internal signaling influences how we process emotions, whether it's fear, happiness, or sadness. For example, activation of the amygdala helps detect threat-related stimuli, shaping our emotional responses. Interestingly, physiological signals like heart rate variability and respiratory signs, arrhythmia, aren't just background noise, they activate modulating emotional processing neural activity. Predictive coding theory suggests our brains constantly make predictions about internal and external stimuli, updating these based on prediction errors. In essence, our bodies and brains are engaged in a complex dance of systems, neural, immune, hormonal. So next time you notice your heartbeat quickening or your stomach fluttering, remember your internal world is vibrant, dynamic, and deeply connected. And as we are all the symphony of signals waiting to be understood, sometimes loud, sometimes subtle, but always telling us something essential about our health and our happiness.